Hello guys and welcome back to the channel. As you can see, we're in sunny Forest of Dean, and like everyone else this weekend, everyone's come here for the race, bit of fun, nice sunny weather. It's not meant to be this nice tomorrow, but we've come here the day before the race to check the track out, get the bike out and give it a go. Obviously, as always, we're not allowed GoPros for race run or practice, so hopefully we get a few shots and stuff on the GoPro and then we go from there. Peace. I've given it a few hours because, as you saw by the car park, it's super busy, mental crazy on track. So I've chilled for a bit, and as you can see now, we're going into the evening stage. We've got the lovely evening light. There's no one on track, which means we can go for a couple of full runs and look at the track. Okay, so walking up, the track they're using this weekend is Ski Run. This is quite an established track here at Forest of Dean. It's pretty mainliney from what I've been told, so they haven't really changed too much. Now, one of the lines you could have done back in the day was up high there, which in turn meant you could go inside of this tree. But the way the track is now, you can see all this undergrowth. It's probably not going to happen. So it literally looks like mainline is the one for further on down, all the way down to the finish. Now we'll carry on up. Apparently they've changed the mid bit, so let's go check it. So for anyone who's ridden Ski Run, as you can see, here's the main chute, and then it carries on down there. Now what they have done for this race is they've diverted you off the main run, and this is the only real section they've changed. So as you can see, we've got an inside, we've got an outside. The problem is with both is the inside you're going to have to get on the brakes to make that turn. The outside you can let off, but the problem is there's not really that much great deal of support there, and it's meant to be raining tomorrow, so we're going to have to wait and see how it unfolds. Obviously we've got to practice it. So we're at the bottom of the two line choices. So as you can see there's obviously the outside, there's the inside, and you see here that we've got to make a sharpish left. Now the conditions today are quite blown out, but as I said, tomorrow is forecast to rain, so it's going to change somewhat, but if anything it's going to make it a bit more grippy. So we've got two options. We can either go on the inside and hug these stumps, or we just run the outside and just carry the speed. I feel the outside is by far the safest option. Let's go to the top, give it a go. See you in a bit. Right, so we'll ride outside first. The outside is nice and chilled. Carry speed, a bit loose, and then through the corners have a bit more speed out, I feel. Right, back up, try inside. We'll do inside this time. Oh, right, that's just solved it straight away. I'm sticking without. So as you can see, you're doing all your turning on this looser stuff. Now I might be faster in, but the fact you're turning on all this loose stuff, I'm sticking without. So you've done all your turning up there, you're nice and straight into this loose section, especially if that gets blown out. I think I've made my mind up. I'm going to stay with the outside. I'm going to just see if I can do outside and then almost cut across slightly more. So outside here. Oh mate, that's the one for sure. Right, sold. So that was outside, and then I just cut across the next section. Obviously weather dependent. As you saw, inside was all well and good. You're probably quicker to this point, but then you're trying to turn on all that loose stuff. Obviously it's going to change if it rains. Outside, what I'm trying now is almost staying right on the outside, but then almost cutting straight across. So we're just almost straight lining this whole section, so we're not having to do any turns apart from one up there, one up there. Obviously if we do the inside, we've got one turn, two turn, three turn. So yeah, let's see what we can do. Let's go to the top, have a bit more look at the rest of the track, and then do a full run. So here we are at the top of the track. There's not obviously a great deal of line choice, so the key thing with this is just trying to find little hops that you can do to make the track as smooth and safe as possible. So the first one here, you can see this obvious compression. You can obviously roll it, but there's a good chance if it's wet you're going to slide out to one side. So there is a little gap, but as you can see it's not well built, so we want to just pop off here, hopefully land the other side and just make this as straight as possible. At the top of Ski Run, let's take you guys for a little spin day before the race, nice and chilled. Right then. Ready? Yeah, man. Right, so here we go then, dropping into Forest of Dean. So practice as we preach. We're going to hop the first section, go on the inside there. Hop, hop. Just open the next turn up. Have a little left here. Sick. Whoa! Fucking hell! You wouldn't be Forest of Dean without seeing a wild boar. There is one with the baby. You don't want that fucker charging you, that's for sure. Okay, so Forest of Dean as a whole, you get away with trail bikes. Now this is the only track here I feel a downhill bike is going to be slightly better for grip point of view, because yes, you can get down on a trail bike quite happily, but because it's such a tight track, I feel every temp counts, and that's why we've gone for the big rig. That, and I never normally get a chance to ride this, so that's why we've gone for her. Problem in practice, and we're all guilty, is we all start from up there and then ride into the section. Now, reality is for race run, we're probably going to start here, so you've really got to think about what gear selection you need prior to going tomorrow. Right, and second run. Hopefully there's no one on the track this time. So, thinking about what gear we need for tomorrow. Same line though, coming in, gap in, nice and straight. Right, next section, I'm going to try and carry speed. Outside here, it's going to be blown out tomorrow a bit, I feel. We'll see. This is a weird one, we don't know whether to pedal or tuck. Next section, downhill bike is definitely tap better. On the outside. Oi oi. Back her up. Last couple of berms. And there we go. Squeaky brake. That was the MIJ course preview. Well, there we go, the track's super sick. Let's see what tomorrow brings. Obviously it's going to rain, or it's meant to rain, so we'll see how that goes. I can't use the GoPro for practice or race runs, as you guys all well know, so I'll see what I can do and then go from there. See you in the morning. In the race, guys, here we are. It obviously rained fairly hard last night, but the good news is it's not raining now, so I think actually it wouldn't have done too much damage to the track, if not made it a bit better. First run's going to be a bit slick on the routes, but let's wait for a couple of riders to go down first, and then we'll probably head on up. Anyway, let's go to the venue, sign on, all that jazz. Yeah! Parking ticket men, ready and raring. We've signed on, we've got our number board. The weather, I believe, is about to tip down, so... Well, they certainly weren't wrong. It started raining pretty hard, so I'm going to leave it a while. Hopefully a few people clear the track. Obviously put my number board on, get changed, all that good jazz, and then we go up there. Right, it's going to be a wet one today. We've got to accept facts. So we're going to walk up by the side of the track, see how much of a difference the rain has made. Obviously it's coming in fairly hard now, so it is going to settle in for race runs. Obviously, as always, I can't film practice or race runs, but we'll see what we can do. So it is a little slick. So first run, we'll just go nice and chilled, I think. We're nearly at the top. As you can see, the rain has definitely come through the trees, so we're just going to do one practice run, nice and chilled. See how we get on. Right, so we've just done a run, as you can see, bit of mud. It's actually running pretty well. There's some greasy bits on the routes, but all in, the track is pretty sick. I can't imagine it getting any slicker really with the amount of riders, so get a drink and then we go up for a couple more practices and then it's race run. So here is the new section. We've got an inside, we've got an outside, and as you can see, it's changed quite a lot with the weather, so it's got really slick. Same, if you go on the inside, you're braking quite hard on those routes. I feel that the better option is to literally go on the outside where Matey Boy is, or maybe not do that, but just get all your turning done fairly early, so it just means you can just straight line the next section. Another outie, wait for an innie. See, it's off camera as you're coming in as well. Right, so he's doing inside. Nice. So you obviously did inside opposed to outside, but I feel you're still braking a bit as you get into here. So outside for me I feel is better. So we are, last one's off. So that is at 2:27, so we've got some time now to chill out. Right, so we've just finished practice. It's drying up nicely. The course has been put on hold because there's just been a crash, so it means we've got a good 2.5 hours now before race run. Clean the old beast back up and we'll go back up for race run. Oi, oi. So I'm all good to go. The bike is clean and ready. The kit's all fresh. Unfortunately, there's been another crash on the track, so it's still red flag. So I'm waiting now for another hour and a half before I go up for my race run. So we can't really do anything else other than chill, unfortunately. So let's go up in a minute and have a little look. Racing has commenced. Let's go up, have a little look and go from there. I'll see you guys on the flip side. All right, finish her off with a little clean. Well, there we go, that's the end of the race day. Really stoked to take the win. Unfortunately, it was only down to one run due to the casualty, so it just meant they didn't have time to do 2 runs. Little bit awkward because you had to really go a bit consistently and conservatively on the first run, so let's go check out podiums.
Well, that way. But our winner today in the Pro-Am Ben Deakin category is Ben Deakin with 108.28.
Well done, Benny.
New paddles available now. They actually look pretty sick, to be fair, man. So let's have an extra big cheer for our Pro-Amateur men!
That's the end of the day. Really stoked to take the win as always. There's no better feeling, even being an old bastard. It really feels good. That is the end of the day, and what a weird day it was too. We had rain, we had sun, we had rain, we had sun, and no one really knew what was going on. Countless amounts of red flags where there was a couple of serious injuries, but we survived. We took home the big #1, so I'm pretty stoked about that. It's a bit weird because obviously I can't fully film GoPro practice runs on race day because I'm not allowed the GoPro. As always, British cycling rules, can't help those things. If you've enjoyed this video, it'd be great if you give it a thumbs up. Be sick if you subscribe, and until the next one, see you in a bit. Oi, oi!